We've got a very super special guest today. We have Harith here. Everybody say hello, Harith. Hello!
Hi, everybody.
He's going to be talking a lot to us about cryptocurrency today and how the whole deal is done. But today we'll be talking mostly about blockchain technology. So first question, what is a blockchain technology? Because honestly, I have no idea.
Well, before you can talk about blockchain, the technology, you have to first talk about what money is. And I will quote Julian here because a long time ago, Julian gave me this example. When you're a stamp collector, right? And imagine you're this rich guy who has like millions of dollars and you love collecting stamps. And you have that one missing stamp that is out there that you need to like complete your collection. And to you, you pay thousands of dollars, $10,000 for that one stamp. But for me, who just got it randomly, I bought it for 50 cents. So the value of that stamp to me is 50 cents, whereas to you is $10,000. This is just an example of why money is a fabrication. It's a social construct.
I said that.
Well, I'm adding a lot of things to.
I just need to check really. Did you actually say all those things? Did you remember word for word every single thing you said?
I should say I'm paraphrasing, Julian.
Paraphrasing Julian. Yeah, that sounds about more right. Yeah. So what is like blockchain?
So modern finance, how it works is whenever you want to do a transaction to someone, you always need a third party unless you are doing it in person, right? So imagine I'm in the UK and you're here in Malaysia, and I want to pay you for this nice Nike shoes. I can't pay you just like that, because then you can tell me that, oh, I never got your $100.
Okay.
It never reached you, right?
Okay.
And I have no way of knowing whether it reached you or not.
Okay.
Like, you might be lying to me.
Okay.
I wouldn't know for sure. So how it always works is there's a trusted third party. So usually a bank or a money changer or a remittance firm who I give money to, and they deduct my balance and increase your balance.
Okay.
And both of us don't need to trust each other, but we trust that bank. But the problem is, in certain scenarios, these things don't work. So imagine you're a web developer in Pakistan, and your client's this American startup. You are trying to build a website for them, and they're paying you. The only way they can pay you right now is, say, through PayPal.
Okay.
And when they use PayPal, they get charged 4%, and you don't get any of that, right? So PayPal get the profits from that transaction without you, the web developer, or the company getting benefit. So that's expensive. And it sometimes takes days or even weeks for that money to reach you.
When it's a big amount, right?
Actually, even if it's, as I understand it, even if it's $100, and
really?
Correct me.
Okay.
If it's across borders, it can take days or weeks.
Okay.
I think the bigger amount, the cheaper it becomes.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
transaction
that's what-
fees,
yeah.
because there is a fixed amount below which they can't go, and therefore, if you're just sending a buck or two, then the transaction fees become quite expensive.
Yeah.
You hear that the Bitcoin transaction fees are actually quite expensive.
Yeah,
that true?
well, I'll get to that in a bit.
Hey!
But also another example is like if you're in a country, say like Zimbabwe or Venezuela, where the economy isn't really working too well. There's a lot of distrust with
We love you all, by the
institutions.
way.
Hey, sorry. I saw this viral webpage the other day that had, I think it was Venezuela, like people were like making origami out of their currencies because it was so
It's just a piece of paper.
low in value.
Yeah.
So for a lot of these people, the normal modern finance system doesn't work. So we then talk about what Bitcoin has done, and we have to start with Bitcoin because Bitcoin is like the father of all these cryptocurrencies
now.
and the first use case of the blockchain.
Okay.
So what Bitcoin does is actually it just combines this idea of money with this idea of decentralization.
Okay.
Decentralization.
Just cutting out the middleman.
The easy example of decentralization is weddings, basically. Yeah, I mean, for those of you who are married, right? It's
We all know about this.
Yeah.
And the only guy who's not married is talking about this.
but the idea is like in even in traditional societies, right? Why you want to have weddings instead of just marrying between the two of you and say one priest in between is that you have more witnesses. So that if you, Dexter, have married and then you want to go to the village next door, go out with some other girl.
Yeah, and my wife is behind the camera, by the way. I'm just saying.
I'm just dancing. So
This is just an example.
100 people who attended your wedding, then there are 100 witnesses that can sort of help check that you're not doing anything naughty in some other village.
Okay, that makes sense.
So what has this got? All
Yes.
this got to do
So
with Bitcoins?
so
Or crypto.
Bitcoin combines this decentralization with money. So
Okay.
what Bitcoin is essentially, it's a shared accounting ledger. If you think of like between the three of us, right? Anytime a transaction happens between the three of us, you have to approve it, and I have to approve it, and then Dexter approves it. And only when the three of us approves, then the ledger gets updated. The idea of Bitcoin is that you extend it to thousands of people around the world who all have to agree that every single transaction that happens, all of them have to approve that this is correct and done properly, and then the ledger gets updated.
So priests were the original cryptocurrency creators because
Well-
it allowed marriages across the universe, right?
Wedding attendees,
Okay.
I would
Wedding
say.
attendees.
So the more wedding attendees there are, the more difficult it is for you to bribe each one of them to sort of like keep quiet
right.
about the hanky-panky that you're doing.
Okay, this was going to be my next question, by the way. Is it safer? So I guess in this sense it would be, because it takes more people now
Yes.
to
Yeah.
approve before a transaction goes to place, right?
Yeah, so the whole idea of decentralization is that it's more difficult for a hacker to kind of hack the system, because let's say we have 1,000 computers that have to be to approve transactions in real time. I need to hack at least 500 computers before I can sort of change the balances of each
To
person.
mess with the transaction in between.
Yeah, so when you hear about all these security holes or hacks, like people losing hundreds of millions of crypto, it's not the blockchain technology itself that has been hacked.
Okay.
It's actually one person's own wallet.
This is what I'm very surprised with, because I thought that technology would be able to keep up with this kind of crime. Right?
Yeah.
Why do these crimes still exist in spite of the fact that technology is very advanced?
Well, so the technology works. It's just when it comes to this decentralization, this kind of removing the trusted third party, what happens is that you have to be responsible for your own security. Like there is no Bank Negara, there is no PIDM that can help you. If you get hacked, if you lose your keys to your wallet, if you share it to someone else, there is no way around it.
It's literally like carrying a wallet. Like if you have a wallet and you lose that wallet, you lose everything that's in it. Right?
Yes.
And in essence, it's your own fault if you get hacked,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of people who love this Bitcoin and this blockchain technology are the libertarians who don't want to have governments controlling what they do. It's kind of scary because like you have to keep everything yourself and you don't know who to trust anymore. Even your friends, your brothers.
I totally trust the government. Only Harith is saying this.
I'm with Julian on this.
Well, I mean, it depends, right? It depends on whether you want to trust someone else or not. You see with a lot of people who join in this crypto space, they become more paranoid as time goes on, because they're like, the more crypto I have, the more value I have that's potentially missing if I screw up.
Okay, so jokes aside, you talked about cutting out the middleman, and you talk about also cryptos being money. Are cryptos money today? Like Bitcoins and Ethereum? Are they money yet?
They are not legal tender according to most governments, including the Malaysian government. But basically, it's like a system of barter, right? When you have a cryptocurrency, you have a system of value that doesn't rely on any government or any bank to approve it. So you can trade it between any two willing parties, right? And it's actually very interesting because like in the future, what you can see is like you can have people who create all kinds of currencies. So you can have a Man United currency if you're a fan of Man United. You can have a Beyonce currency if you're a fan of Beyonce.
They were
right?
at Man U was at the FinTech Expo, Malaysian FinTech Expo.
They were there.
Yeah, well, there was a Man United
Why?
fan club. I'm not sure. I didn't stop by their booth. So the idea is, right? Say there's a Man United currency. It can give you extra kind of discounts, so extra benefits.
Okay, I get
so
it.
let's say you want to go to watch a Man United match, you can get discounts if you use that currency. Or if you want to buy any merchandise.
Similar to like a membership card.
Yeah, yeah.
But with your own currency. So if you're trading at the currency, you probably can get a discount out.
Yeah. So would you define like loyalty points as currencies? It's not a straightforward question, but people are using that to kind of buy and sell.
Okay,
items.
I don't fully understand the concept of loyalty. I mean, I know that they exist, and I know that you get benefits out of it. But instead of giving loyalty points, why don't you just give discounts? Or why do you need to create a kind of a cryptocurrency out of it instead of allowing members to use cash, right? I mean, cash is already there. The infrastructure of cash is good.
Yeah.
But I guess the Bitcoin people would argue that it's too expensive.
It's expensive in some cases. In some cases, it's slow, and if you don't want to have these middlemen who if you go through a whole supply chain of them, it can be tens or lots and lots of these middlemen, right? So if you don't want to rely on these third parties and you just want to transact between you and someone else anywhere around the world, you can use this technology.
Sweet! I think that's all the time that we have.
I hope it was helpful.
Because we were going to be shooting an episode right after this. It's following cryptocurrency, right? So we're going to be talking more about it. Maybe you get a chance then to just follow. So if you have missed out anything, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. We're going to be answering a few questions later on also. And yeah, because we already had some questions from our viewers. Thank you guys so much. Feel free to like this video. If you guys want someone else to learn something, share this video. And do check out Julian on his channel. Julian, you don't have a channel, do you?
Not a YouTube channel. I think my face is made for radio, not for TV. But I do have a blog called verylongrun.com.
Yeah, and Harith has his own one too.
Well, I work for HelloGold, so you can check the Twitter page, Foundation HG, for a lot of crypto updates.
Yeah, someone's gonna get a promotion soon. Thank you all. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.